Gary Player is a true icon of the sport, and recently the impressive 80-year-old visited the iconic city of Chicago, Illinois. One of only 5 players to win golf's Grand Slam, the native South African shared a number of thoughts, including his days of going against the likes of Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer.
Money was not the criteria when we played the tour. We wanted to be the best. I didn't worry about money. And even today when I'm competing, I wanted to beat Arnold and Jack so badly, and yet we were the greatest of friends. And we traveled the world together like brothers. We visited gold mines, game reserves. We stayed in each other's homes on my ranch. So it was a time in history that'll never happen again.
Possibly the game's greatest goodwill ambassador, Player will lend a hand as captain of the South African team when golf returns to the Olympics in Rio de Janeiro next summer.
I think this is probably the most significant thing that's happened in golf, the fact that golf has been admitted to the Olympic Games for the second time. They did participate in 1904, if I'm correct in saying so, but smaller countries that have never really paid much attention to golf will now see golf and could make a vast difference, particularly in Asia, where golf is the country or the part of the world that's really going to expand.
Most likely, 22-year-old Jordan Spieth will represent the U.S. team in those Olympics. It was a remarkable 2015 for the young Texan, who won 2 majors and became the PGA Tour's Player of the Year. He's part of a classy trio that includes Rory McIlroy and Jason Day.
They are 3 wonderful young men. They've raised the bar in good manners, in dress code, handling people. I mean, Jordan Spieth as a young man, to win $22 million, more money than Palmer, Nicklaus and I made together with over 50 majors, is quite remarkable. And the way he handled it, obviously the large sums of money can be detrimental and it can be advantageous. He is handling it extremely well, as Rory McIlroy and Jason Day. But there are a host of others that could spring through and become the champions. And so golf is very healthy as far as professional golf is concerned, never having been more healthy.
Golf architecture is also a big part of Gary Player's resume, and he just broke ground on a new layout at the Greenbrier Resort with his old pals Jack, Arnie, and Lee Trevino. He believes the courses should be designed more fairly for the average player.
I think the golf ball and golf architecture has hurt the game tremendously. And the most important part of golf is not professional golf. It's the amateurs, the man in the street. They're making the golf courses so long and so tough, bunkers in front of the green, asking a lady member to hit over the bunker and stop the ball, which she's not capable of doing. Golf courses becoming so long. Our leaders are not handling this in the way that they should do. They should cut the ball of professional golf down by 50 yards, let the amateurs use what they like. They won't recognize that there are 2 different games between professional and amateur, and they are as different as night and day.
Lastly, we have to address the fact that Gary Player was a pioneer who brought fitness to our beloved sport. Proudly recognized in Sports Illustrated in their body issue, this 80-year-old continues to work out at a high level and is known to do over 1,000 crunches every day.
Weights stand you in good stead. Weights develop muscle. As aerobic exercises, so develops the mind. And one, as an athlete, must not be intent on just developing the body, but the mind as well, because the mind is probably the essential ingredient when it comes down to winning and losing and being a star versus a superstar.